Well, Halloween is around the corner, but it's also 2020 at the same time. But we can't let that stop us from doing what we love on October, and that is to celebrate Halloween. Now, I understand that this year is going to be a little bit more challenging because of the pandemic and whatnot, but there's still plenty of ways to celebrate Halloween. And today I want to share some ideas because I want to lift everyone's spirits in time for Halloween. I mean, you don't even have to wait till Halloween to do this stuff, you can do this stuff right now. I mean, what's stopping you? Well, aside from this, but I want to help you guys today because Halloween's around the corner and this year it's been a challenge, with the pandemic. So, these are some ways you can still celebrate Halloween, but still being safe at the same time. So, let's get right to it. So, first up is, I know it's kind of an obvious one, but still, it's pretty safe, horror movies. Now, I'm sure you have plenty of horror movies in your house. You got the DVDs or the old VHS tapes. Maybe you got your Netflix and Hulu and whatnot. Still, it's a good thing to have those in mind. I mean, I've already started doing a Halloween marathon myself. Like last night, I saw Silence of the Lambs. Like spooky and psychological stuff. Then the other day, I saw House of a Thousand Corpses and The Addams Family, the '91 version. There's still plenty of ways to there's plenty of movies out there to watch. Pretty spooky stuff, I've seen Monster House a couple weeks ago. I mean, I feel like I've only seen a couple movies, and I feel like I've already seen like 15 or 20, So, that's one thing you can do to be safe and still have the Halloween spirit this year. Next up, this one is kind of a positive. Though, I mean, if you're the one giving the candy, you get to keep the candy to yourself this year, You don't have to worry about kids going to your houses, ringing your doorbell, and, I mean, you probably won't get to see their awesome or lame costumes. But still, it's still a good idea because you still have, because you still have the candies to yourself. So, you can go out to your local market and whatnot, get a whole basket of candy, a whole bag of it, bring it home, and if anyone knocks on your doorbell, or rings your doorbell, whatever, knocks your door, you just come up to your house, open the door and you have a whole bunch of chocolate stuffed in your face. It's always a fun way to, lighten the mood. So maybe the kids not, but it's your Halloween, not theirs. So next up, if there is going to be some trick-or-treating going on, I've suggested this many times, though I wouldn't actually recommend doing it. Although if you're going to do it safely, of course. Launch the candy to the kids. Now, I don't mean actual, like a Randy Johnson fastball to them, I mean, just something nice and, like a quick, something like that, You can still make Halloween possible. I mean, you can still make trick-or-treating possible. Although if you always want to do the alternative way. Trick-or-treat, you filthy animals. As long as you have that quarterback arm and the kid is a good catcher, you should be alright. Now this next one kind of ties in with horror movies, but this is more on show-wise. For me personally, I would like to do a Walking Dead marathon, but if you want to do American Horror Story or whatever else spooky or Halloweeny shows out there, you can do a binge marathon of that as well. For me, I want to do a Walking Dead marathon, or for what's going on right now, I kind of want to do a Fear the Walking Dead marathon. Specifically Season 1. I haven't really gotten past the other seasons. But, I specifically want to focus on the first season of Fear because, the first season of Fear is really technically what 2020 is in a nutshell, pandemics and, all the crazy stuff happening on that season in the show, But if you are going to do a walking marathon, I say go ahead, right for it, Get your leather jacket and your Lucille baseball bat and your Rick Grimes sheriff button-down shirt, whatever, and always have fun with that. Now, next one is you can always, read like spooky stuff. You read your Stephen King novels, or you can always read horror comics or scary comics. I mean, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm reading a series called The Red Mother, and without giving too much away, it's about this girl who loses her eye, and she starts seeing this demon monster-like creature. That's kind of like I won't get too much into detail, but if you're interested, I definitely would recommend picking it up. So yeah, I mean, if you don't want to do Halloween physically, face to face with people, you can always do it with your imagination. Good book or comic book, it's always a good way to keep your imagination going, and especially in times like these. So next up, if you are going to do this, keep it small. So if you are going to do like gatherings, I would recommend small gatherings. Try not to keep try to keep it like less than like two numbers. Try to keep it like under 10 if you can. Under 15 if you can. Keep it small. If you're gonna have people over, make sure people are keeping their distance. People may want to bring their masks, not their Halloween mask. Although they can also bring their face mask and their Halloween masks too. That's also fine. They could probably wear their face mask over their mask. You probably got one guy wearing a Joker mask and he's got a face mask going on at the same time. That's perfectly fine as well. Yeah, if you're gonna do small gatherings, try to keep some food spread out as much as you can so people aren't too close to each other. And yeah, overall, just keep it small, safe, and yeah, I'm sure it'll be a good party. Next up, I would listen to like horror themed, spooky music. So Halloween this year is gonna fall on Saturday, and so the Misfits, if you're familiar with the band, they have a song called Saturday Night. I would definitely recommend listening to that this on Halloween. I would definitely recommend listening to the Misfits or Marilyn Manson or Rob Zombie or whatever spooky like artist or band is out there. Yeah, I would definitely do the Misfits though, like that for me personally, because Misfits for me is like perfect way to celebrate Halloween. We got the Crimson Ghost Fiend logo. You could watch some music videos of Scream. Fun fact, that video was directed by George Romero. So yeah, I would definitely recommend listening to that song and watching the video. I would watch the music video to Dig Up Her Bones. It's pretty fun video. And finally, if you do have any spooky stories, is the type of stuff people want to sit around the campfire or sit in a dark room or whatever. So you've got your creative stories, spooky stories, like ghost tales as old as time and whatnot, maybe, monsters but yeah, plenty of ways to stay safe for Halloween, Halloween can still be fun, but also be safe at the same time, Like I said, this is a difficult year for all of us, and I think one thing everyone is looking forward to is Halloween, and with the pandemic going on, it's kind of made things harder. I mean, there's no doubt about that. But it's not impossible to celebrate. You just gotta keep your spirits high up. You just gotta realize, okay, this is what's happening. I just gotta make the best of the situation, and those for me, those are what I would recommend doing this season. If you guys or gals have any ideas of what you want to do for what you're doing this Halloween, do tell me about it. You could also, before I forget, you could also always decorate your house. Always have your inflatables, and, your lights and whatnot. You always keep the spirit alive that way, or at least you keep your house alive that way. Though you don't want it alive like Monster House. Saw that movie a couple weeks ago. Don't want Monster House, but yeah, overall, there's plenty of ways to stay safe and have fun at the same time. So yeah, so I hope everyone does take up on at least one of these tips this season. And just stay safe, happy Halloween, and stay scary.